The Book of Enoch, long excluded from the Bible, reveals astonishing secrets about our origins and the hidden realms of spiritual history. This ancient manuscript begins with a dire warning to both mankind and the fallen angels about the corruption, violence, and sorcery that have tainted the earth. Though the book itself was compiled around 200 years ago, the writings within it date back as early as 300 BC, with later additions up to around 100 BC. Once a part of Jewish and early Christian tradition, it was eventually removed from the biblical canon during the first few centuries of the Common Era. Many believe this exclusion was due to the book's explosive revelations, some even about Christ himself. According to its texts, Enoch, described as the seventh generation from Adam and the great-grandfather of Noah, was not just a prophet, but also the guardian of all heavenly treasures, chief among the archangels, and a direct servant of God's throne. He was taken from the earth without dying, an honor only a few in Scripture share. Some even associate him with the mysterious priest-king Melchizedek. Enoch is credited with developing writing and astrology, and his intimate communication with God made him both a sage and spiritual teacher. Despite being omitted from the canon, many early church fathers, such as Justin Martyr, Origen, and Clement of Alexandria, referenced and respected the Book of Enoch, sometimes even advocating for its use as scripture. In Genesis 5:21-24, Enoch is briefly mentioned. He lived 365 years, significantly fewer than other pre-flood patriarchs. Then the scripture cryptically states, Enoch walked with God, and he was no more, because God took him. The epistle to the Hebrews echoes this in saying he did not experience death. These enigmatic lines have sparked countless interpretations, some suggesting that Enoch was taken alive into the divine realm to serve as an angel or interdimensional being. To truly understand what makes this text so controversial, we must explore its 5 sections. This section recounts the fall of the Watchers, a group of angels who descended to earth and fathered the Nephilim, giant hybrids, by taking human women as wives. Their leader, Simjaza, fears the consequences, but the others swear an oath on Mount Hermon to follow through. The result? Chaos and ruin. The Nephilim are described as giants 300 cubits tall who consumed human labor and lives. The angels also corrupted humanity by teaching forbidden arts. An Azazel introduced metallurgy and weapon making. Others taught enchantments, astrology, and divination. God, upon witnessing the destruction, sends the archangels, Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel, to punish the fallen angels and warn Noah about the impending flood. Raphael binds Azazel, Gabriel destroys the Nephilim, and Michael imprisons the fallen angels until judgment. This section expands on themes of divine judgment and introduces a messianic figure called the Son of Man, a term used for the righteous judge who will sit on the throne of glory. He is also referred to as the elect one and the righteous one. This early reference to the Son of Man predates the New Testament, possibly influencing the later Christian understanding of Jesus as the Messiah. This book describes the celestial mechanics of the cosmos as revealed to Enoch by the archangel Uriel. It outlines a solar calendar of 364 days, 4 seasons of 91 days each, matching the structure used by the Dead Sea Scrolls community. It ties timekeeping to divine order, stating that each year begins on a Wednesday, the day God created the heavenly lights. This section presents symbolic visions of Israel's history, often using animals to represent nations or leaders. It spans from the antediluvian era to the Maccabean revolt, circa 163 to 142 BC. Though written before the flood, according to the Ethiopian Church, it contains allegories that parallel later historical events. Likely dated around 170 BC, this part is divided into 5 parts. Apocalypse of weeks. The history of the world is split into 10 symbolic weeks, with the 10th culminating in a renewed heaven and eternal righteousness. Exhortation. Enoch instructs his son Methuselah in the ways of righteousness. The epistle discusses the destinies of the righteous and the wicked, final judgment, and divine wisdom. The birth of Noah. An appendix that describes Noah's birth as a supernatural event. He appears radiant, like an angel. Conclusion. A later edition emphasizing the division between the generation of light and the sinners doomed to darkness. There are several likely reasons. Divine judgment. The book opens with a stark warning about God's judgment, something that may have been seen as too unsettling for general doctrine. Fallen angels and Nephilim. It details forbidden unions between angels and humans, explaining the origin of giants and justifying the Great Flood. Content considered too controversial. Revelation of forbidden knowledge. The fallen angels introduce advanced knowledge and weaponry to humans, leading to widespread corruption. This portrayal of divine technology may have been seen as too similar to stories of ancient extraterrestrials. Threat to ecclesiastical authority. The book's clarity on otherworldly beings, advanced knowledge, and angelic hierarchy pose theological challenges. It speaks openly of interdimensional travel, beings of light, and cosmic judgment, all ideas not easily contained within conventional doctrine. Could Enoch's journeys to the heavens have been contact with advanced beings or extraterrestrial entities? His detailed accounts of celestial realms, divine beings, and heavenly secrets certainly raise such questions. Was his ascension actually a form of interdimensional travel? Though branded apocryphal, the Book of Enoch refuses to fade into obscurity. It continues to provoke deep questions about our past, our spirituality, and the very nature of divine interaction with Earth. Perhaps the greatest mystery is not what the book says, but why so many work to silence it.